What's going on, Master Duel fans? James here again. More PvP Showdown with you guys. It's definitely going to be an all-time favorite opponent's decks of all-time favorite opponent's decks. One of them, to be precise. And based off from the card choices that my opponent plays, apparently it's that time for me to put that deck down into place in a best 2 out of 3, which is Rikka Aromas. So, comparison deck list time in terms of the two duelists, and one of which is obviously myself. So, if you guys already saw the list in terms of the previous PvP Showdown, it's the Allure Queen engine with the Magistus along with the Buster Lock and so forth. So, the idea is have the Allure Dance and or Allure Palace start the engine with your Allure Queens first, and then you're able to transition, depends on what's going on with the Magistus hands of sorts. If you don't see any, summon out either Zoroa or Reliona, one of the two, just so you can get the whole entire Magistus flow going. Otherwise, if you also happen to already have the Magistus without a real normal, you can also go straight into Wizard Buster in terms of Allure Palace. So that way you are able to put out the most unique convoluted Allure Queen combos, especially hooking this up off from the Chaos Queens, hooking up Wizard Buster or Dragon Buster in terms of hard drawing the card, because in this particular list, no 1-for-1 to be specific, because I legit do not have the space issues. So it's basically hard draw into it or hard open the card along with Chaos Queen. So that way you can either A, set up your Allure Queen equip moments, or B, synchro into Zoroa Synchro, hook up the Artemis, and get your Magistus plays going as well. And then the Awakening Reaper with the Possessed Spell and Traps. If you're wondering on how to fetch this out, the OG Crowley transform into an Earth and have your Spellcaster good to go with your Awakening Reaper, Reborn, any level 4 or lower monster in general. Does not target, by the way. So if they have call by, they don't know which original intended monster you're bringing back from the graveyard, which is, again, amazing. And then the staples, Duster, Thrust, Talents, Judgment, 3 Imperm, Blizzard is a personal staple of mine, Call By, and 2 Chalice. And then the Spice Tech, Dimension Conjurer for the sake of Magical Dimension. Extra that consists of Chorozo, Awas, Zoroa Fusion, Varam, Zoroa Synchro, Artemis, Endymion Link 2, Chaos Angel, Lina, Dark, the 2 Charmers, Selene, 2 Golden Queen, Avermax, Underworld Goddess. Now, onwards to the Plant Good Stuff shenanigans. The idea with this list is, if anyone remembers my plant content way too well in terms of Rikka Aroma strategies with some certain features to the aspect, I'm pretty sure opponent did some twists and turns to my favorite plant decks being Rikka Aroma, but at the same time, opponent decided to do a little twist with the Sunavalon, for which, by the way, I never used the Sunavalon engine in my entire life for one. So we're gonna knock this out of the ballpark in terms of Rikka Aroma with the Spice Tech good stuff. So for someone who also is a plant connoisseur on my end, again, this is not a judgment. And when it comes to personal hot takes, to be specific, like, I totally get it for the sake of consistency and all that. But at the same time, you legit do not want to open up multiples unless you're willing to use quick effects for that matter. So most cases, 3 Angelica. To me, I personally play 1. 2 Laurel, Anyone can do one or two. It's a little bit of an argument moment, but it's fine. I'm not going to trip about it. And then the leftover aromas, if possible. Marjoram, favorite. Bergamot, I used to be like that. To blend, realistically, one is the way to go for me personally because A, searchable all from the link 3, and B, assuming that even if you were to hard open the card, it's basically you rather use your negates and or interrupts versus plants in general at a proper time. It's just you never know which direction they are going to go. But otherwise, realistically, I still say I'm sticking to the one blend at the same time as I really thought. And then the one Aroma Garden, you can argue that anyone can play 0, 1, 2, or 3 Aroma Gardens for the sake of life healing and so forth. But at the same time, because this is a hybrid mix, is usually either one or none of this card. Again, depends on how it's all played out. And then Aroma Healing, Humid Winds, Dried Winds, and Blessed Winds. Dried Winds, I used to be like that. But you can argue, like, if you have the flex spot to it as part of an interruption, then you're pretty much in a commanding position. But otherwise, Blessed, Humid Winds are good to go, and Aroma Healing, sure thing, that's no problem. And then for the Rikas, one Petal, one Princess, Erica, Snowdrop, Glamour, Flurries, and I'm pretty much guessing based off from the hybrid mixture in terms of Aroma Rikka. For the aroma side of things, the only thing I noticed is that no Rosalina in the main deck, awkwardly enough. And then for the Rikka side of things, no Primula, no Mudan, no Con, as I noticed. I wouldn't even know, but I'm pretty much guessing this is mostly focusing on end boards being aromas, which again, that makes sense to some degree. For the Sunavalons, the Primite Roar and the Drill Beam in terms of normal monsters. And when it comes to the normal monster, to be specific, out of Primite Roar, Sunseed Genius Loci is the way to go. And you also got Sunvine Maiden that has the ability to, when your opponent activates something that targets a plant that was special from the extra, you can special summon this from your hand, and if you do, negate that effect. That is a hard once, and while she's on the field, your opponent cannot target Sunavalon or Sunvine spell traps within card effects. So targeting protection of your Sunavalon / Sunvine back row. And then 2 Twin, the 3 unexpected die for the sake of the 2 Sunseed Loci, as I already mentioned, the 2 Sowings for the sake of the Saving Grace, along with the Searching, and then if I miss out anything in terms of staple wise, Maxi, the 1 Ash, the 1 Nib, Pot of Avarice. It's been a long while about that. And then the 1 Forbidden Droplet. Extra that consists of 2 Magnolia, Rosemary Synchro, Sweet Marjoram, Perialis, Empress of Blossoms, Teardrop. And as I'm noticing about the XZ, no Strenna, no Kanzashi, no Aurea, no Hyperiton. Huh. 2 Sunavalon Dryas, 2 Healer, 2 Jasmine, Sylvian Dance Peon, Rosemary Lane 3, and Bengal Lancer. With that being said, it's time to showcase the whole entire Best 2 out of 3 feature match. And with this hand going second to be specific, I'd say it's absolutely fantastic. Unexpected die for Genius Loci. Genius Loci for Dryas. Dryas getting Sowing. Sowing for another Loci. Take the damage. Heal up. Bring out Healer. Gain more life. And I believe that was Real Normal. Real Normal Sunseed Twin. Jasmine. Makes sense. Tribute the Normal for Laurel. Another Jasmine. Double Search. All from Laurel gain 500. Petal. Snowdrop. Snowdrop. Tribute Jasmine. Special. Itself. And Petal. Princess. Free Special. Dance Peon. Just Laurel. Level modulate to 8. Rosemary Link 3. Getting Blend. Blend. Discard another twin for Humid Winds. Pay 1,000, search for Marjoram. Teardrop. Humid Winds. Special Marjoram. Blend. Life is higher than mine. Magnolia. And one set. Magician Souls. Toss out Chaos Queen. Princess. Tribute to Vanilla to negate. Teardrop. Boost. Palace. Send 1. Wizard Buster for Chaos Queen. Send 2. Reliona for Queen 3. Send 3. Queen 3. Humid Winds. Pay 1,000 and heal up. Getting Angelica. Getting Queen 5. Marjoram. 3 Aromas. What are the 3 hits? Chaos, Reliona, and Wizard Buster. So much for Abyss Dweller. Real Normal Souls. Send a Judgment, draw 1. Which happens to be the Dance. Getting another Palace. Chaos Queen, discard Queen 5, summon herself. Preemptively using Teardrop to tribute my Chaos Queen because, let's be real, we never used Chaos Queen's effect yet. So that was a preemptive fire. Boost. Heal up. All from Laurel. Dance. Soul Charge the 3 Queens. Link off the 3 Spellcasters into Golden Queen. Golden. Droplet. Sending the 2 plants from hand. And again, we never used Chaos Queen yet. Link off into Lina. Lina for Angelica. Palace again. Celine. 7 counters. Bring back Chaos Queen because, again, we never used it. Hook up Queen 5 for Queen 7. Hook up the Fusion. Chaos Queen for Zoroa. Working with the Magistus lines now. Artemis. Search for Kid Alistair. Kid Alistair. Send Soul Special. Make it Earth. Awakening Reaper. Reborn to Zoroa. Queen 7 into Dimension Conjurer, getting Magical Dimension. Dark. Dimension Conjurer. Drew the 2, put 2 back, keep the Imperm. Dark, take Magnolia. Underworld Goddess. Awakening Reaper. And Goddess negate the Teardrop from boosting. Awakening Reaper get the spell. Saving Grace, all from Sowing. Kill off the Rosemary Link 3. Petal Attempt, Goddess negate. And pass. With the 1 set. Humid Winds, pay up for Angelica. Real Normal, Garden, heal up heal up even more. Sunavalon Dryas. Teardrop over the Magnolia that I stole and pass. Palace. Send Thrust. And that is Scoop for Game 1 by Rikka Sunavalon and Aromas. For Game 2's hand, I'd say it's a bit of a hit or miss, but to be specific, if my opponent has everything, then all I can say is my opponent got it. I might roar for Genius Loci, and of course, I got a set monster and 2 set. So Dryas, Chalice to Dryas, can't go no further. Blend, discard Erica, have human wins. Pay 1,000 for Bergamo, just in case. Heal up, Real Normal Twin. Call by the Vanilla. Sunavalon Dance Peon. I said Sunavalon. Sylvan Dance Peon. Now, in this position, all I can say is if he specifically hits a plant that he can extend outside of Lonefire, then he has this game. So if you got it, you got it. Ah, man. Oh, 2 plants. That's even worse. Well, that's game over. We tried. Dance Peon came in clutch. Dude, the excavation off from Dance Peon hitting 2 plants, that's crazy work. And that's game right there. Truthfully, I can't be mad at that because, again, for someone who plays plants as much as I do, I respect you on that Dance Peon excavation hitting 2 plants. That is, wow. Like I said, if you got it, you got it. And then for game 3, with this hand, I'd say both of our hands are equilateral. Real Normal Petal, getting the Snowdrop, Tribute the Petal, summon both Laurel and Snowdrop, level modify 8, which is going to be Teardrop, and 1 set. Dance for Palace number 2. Souls, toss out Chaos. Palace, send 1. Dimension Conjurer for Queen 5. Send 2. Queen 5 for Queen 3. Send 3. Queen 3 for Chaos Queen. Souls, send Palace. Drew into call by, just in case. Real Normal Zorua. Hook up Artemis. Artemis for the retrain Crowley. Crowley send Souls. Make it Earth. Awakening Reaper. Reborn Dimension Conjurer. Dark. Drew into Reliona. Put her back. Get the Awakening spell. Dance. Soul Charge. All 3 queens. Golden Queen, Imperm. Golden Queen does not target kill something. Teardrop. Should have paid closer attention to Chaos Queen. This is where the slip up happens. For context, it's the secondary effect. You can activate the effects of your monsters with Allure Queen in their original names that equip monsters to themselves as quick effects. In other words, should have paid closer attention to Chaos Queen. I am so sorry, Navy. Chaos Queen, hook up Queen 5, E-Telly Queen 7, Tribute, kill off Imperm because we need an actual monster on board for the sake of Queen 7's effect. And of course, Reborn, the Golden Queen herself, due to her own effect, which is upon Link Shoken, you can special one Allure Queen monster from deck or graveyard, self included, assuming that if she was interrupted, and if you do, extra 1500 attack until the end of this turn. But most cases, because she's a newer card, no bonus on the stat boost. Teardrop with the boost. Laurel, heal up. Queen 7, hook up Teardrop. Angelica, call by on Laurel, making the target missed, and that is game over. And all I can say is, Navy, you played your proudest and you played with your heart out there. And I give you the most massive respect for using one of my signatures, being Aroma Rikka. Even though you mixed it with the Sunavalons, I still respect you as a pretty great duelist yourself. So guys, that's going to do it for the PvP Showdown. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit that bell so you can tune in and keep on constantly updated. And we'll catch you guys next time.